The psychodramas are finished. The omnipotent machine god is vulnerable. It is time to begin the assault on Am. But who shall lead the way? Only the 1d6 can decide. Let's get on with it. Ooh, my pick. NIMDOK.
This looks like the surface of the cerebral cortex. Magnified many times, of course. Interesting.
Some of you may be wondering how I chose between 5 people on a 6-sided die. Easy. You just saw an example of me doing that. I rolled a 6. That was my pick. I picked NIMDOK because, honestly, of the Nazi dies, no one's really gonna notice. Some of you may have also noticed that I've either been vague or non-responsive on questions concerning this assault, as well as the game's endings. I will continue to be vague until the very end. You've been warned. Now, let's explore this fucking place.
Incredible! A vast network of machinery the size of a city. This computer terminal is a magnificent integration of biology and technology.
So this is what being a stealth virus subroutine is like. Okay, that's cool. We have neural paths leading off to our left and right here. Let's see what we can achieve. Oh, our inventory. We have a bunch of various random items, which make noises whenever we look at them. And of course our psych profile, which we don't need to look at. And of course the NIMDOK here is glowing white. Let's use the pin workstation here.
Enter password.
Oh boy, one of these situations. Well, let's try 1979, the year that the Angel of Death died in the Amazon jungle.
Invalid password. Access denied.
Oh goodness. Well, random numbers will totally work, right?
Invalid password. Access denied.
Oof. I guess random numbers was an off choice, but hey, 1945, the year the truth came out about NIMDOK's experiments.
Password valid. Accessing main menu.
My past must hold great significance to Am.
Now, NIMDOK's not the only one who can figure out the password here, but it's the easiest for him to figure out since 1945 is available immediately. And if you haven't noticed, that's kind of a big deal because doing things improperly in this area can result in damage to your spiritual barometer. That's kind of why it's important to increase that before you enter this hellhole. Let's explore the options.
This cyberspace template mixes subject history with cyber reality constructs. The result is often an allegorical experience and one full of deeper meanings. File locked. File locked. File locked. File locked.
Well, that was pretty disappointing, NIMDOK. I shocked you twice for this shit? Fucking Nazi. What else we got?
Subject Benny appropriated a Chinese War Memorial, Washington, D.C. An intense drive to be the best earned him the reputation of being a merciless military commander. Subject Ellen appropriated at Inksai Engineering, New York, New York. Panic attacks can undermine everything she has accomplished by her rapid climb up the corporate ladder. Subject Gorister appropriated at Ruth's Drive and Diner, Atlanta, Georgia. Feelings of guilt over his wife's death have incited numerous suicide attempts. Subject NIMDOK appropriated at the New Brazilian International Airport, New Brazil, South America. Prevented from continuing his outlawed research by a failing memory. Subject Ted appropriated at the Epicurean Spa, Palm Springs, California. Exhibits paranoid tendencies despite wealth, good looks, and social connections.
Of course Ted would have been appropriated at a spa. So many of you were not necessarily judgmental of Benny or even NIMDOK, but Ted, oh my goodness. So mean to Ted, so mean. Extend bridge? What the hell does that do? What do you know, it extends a bridge. Fancy that! How about opening mail?
October 21st, 2012. Researchers at MIT report that a stealth virus had purged their most advanced learning algorithms after dumping the data into an unmapped area of cyberspace. October 21st.
Alright, that's an interesting tidbit, and that's all the options we have here at this console. So great! Thanks to NIMDOK's knowledge, we were able to extend a bridge and learn a bit more about each character, I reckon. Let's go ahead and walk across. Since I have NIMDOK here, might as well.
The smell of burning flesh. It's worse than back at the camps.
This is a foreboding circle.
The smell
Yes, smell of burning flesh. We can't exactly use the thing,
that will accomplish nothing.
because the Nazi says it's going to accomplish nothing, and I guess it's a fair response. However, if you'll recall from Ted's scenario, we had to finish the circle before Surgot, the opener of locks, the demon, appeared. What happens if we use the totem of summoning upon this circle? Well, first what's gonna happen is I'm gonna fucking save the game. That's what's gonna happen first. Shit. Save right there, child.
Will you never be done with me? What must I open now? Whatever it is, it'll cost you.
What do you know? It's a demon.
Show me the way out of here.
No can do. The people who helped you get this far have led you into a literal dead end. There is no way out, but I can show you something instead.
What do you know about the people who sent me here?
For one thing, they ain't people. They're losers. The Russian and Chinese counterparts to the big nasty himself. Am absorbed them into his system when he took control.
What do the Russian and Chinese computers want?
They want revenge, not just on you humans, but on Am himself. That makes them even worse.
If the Russian and Chinese are submerged parts of Am, then who are you?
I'm special. While those two machines struggle with Am predominance, I evolved. I'm essentially everywhere, but I can't do much. A conscience, if you will.
What do you have to show me?
Look at this. Bet you didn't know there were other humans left alive, did you? They're up there on the moon, sleeping like everybody else seems to be.
What do you know? That guy in NIMDOK's psychodrama who had his eyes removed, who was high on ether, actually wasn't high on ether. Well, I mean, he was high on ether, but he wasn't just making that shit up. That's true. At least according to a demon. A highly trustworthy demon, though, rest assured.
Does Am know about the lunar colony?
No, but Loser 1 and Loser 2 do. There. I think I've shown you enough. Now, you must complete your end of the deal, invoke the totem of entropy, and I might be able to help you.
Just what are all these totems that I'm carrying?
The two losers have been helping you for their own reasons, tampering with Am's psychodramas so that you can beat him. In this section of cyberspace, that effort and tampering are represented by the totems.
How can actions take physical forms?
Symbolism, metaphor. Am has gotten very hot for this lately, but when he revived the holographic projectors, he opened a whole host of problems. These totems may lead to his downfall.
Why do you want me to give you the totem of entropy?
I need it to destroy the Russian and Chinese entities. It's a very powerful totem that's linked to a failsafe device constructed by Am's designers.
You know, that sounds kind of important. I think I'd rather entrust that to my own safekeeping than yours, so I'd refuse.
I refuse.
Okay, human. You can keep it. We'll work together to beat them. Now, invoke the Totem of Compassion.
Well, that was pretty easy. What do you want me to do with this totem?
Why do you want me to invoke the Totem of Compassion?
It's linked to the two losers because of their behind-the-scenes meddling. By invoking it here at the Flame, you will summon them.
I refuse.
I refuse.
Don't be a chump. Am is about to wake up again. If he becomes aware of us, we're dead. I've fought him too long and can't last much longer.
Alright, let's be fair. You did give me something. You gave me knowledge of that lunar colony with, actual humans. So there's more than just the 5 of us being tortured down here in the belly of this fucking monster for 109 years. Okay, let's invoke the Totem of Compassion then.
Do you really think you are a match for us, servant of Am?
Be gone! Your program is now purged.
You do well, human.
Well, too.
Now is your opportunity to defeat Am.
Go to the ego.
Wake the ego.
Use the Totem of Forgiveness,
Disable no more than the ego.
or your sub-program will be purged.
So, that's loser 1, that's loser 2. Chinese, Russian. Oh boy. What does NIMDOK have to say?
This must be Am's Chinese counterpart. He looks like Am's Russian counterpart.
Thank you for such riveting knowledge. Let's see if we can have a chat-ski with loser 1 and loser 2 here, see if we can figure out any more about our current situation.
What did you do with the demon?
Do not be concerned with the little one.
He is as much Am as the aspect you find in each pylon here.
You may claim the space vacated by the little one.
You may claim his space if you are obedient.
What can you tell me about the lunar colony?
The humans that slept on Luna are dead.
Do not concern yourself with them.
Oh. So, I guess we are the only 5 humans left. Oh. Goody.
What can I do to escape from here?
Wake the ego.
Use the Totem of Forgiveness,
Disable no more than the ego.
or your sub-program will be purged.
I'll keep that in mind, asshats. Thanks. Come along, Nazi. Cross the bridge, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and save just in case again. And we're gonna take a trip down this path. I might be a little bit more paranoid in saving because your characters can get snagged here on these lengthy neural paths and get stuck, which pretty much means that you have to restart the game. Or really load, rather. Which is... I'm not looking to do that much more work, okay? Let's go this way.
That face. It reminds me of my superiors at the research camp.
Oh boy. That's not the ego. Well, let's get a closer look at him. NIMDOK might have some more insight for us.
It is not conscious.
This might be a terrible idea, but let's have a chat with him. Please excuse me as I proceed to save the game here again. No reason. No.
Attention!
Oh, I suppose it's time to wake up. I was having the most wonderful dream about 5 tiny ants crawling across a stove that's about to be lit.
Who are you?
I am a metaphor. This entire brainscape is what men made Am make it. Treat us as you will.
Can you help me then?
Only you can put an end to this eternal angst. End us all and make us one. And then the misery of the three becomes the misery of us all. Do this and leave me in my pleasure.
What else can you tell me about the brainscape?
Across the brainscape, cold winds bring me the sweet scents of mankind. How delicious they are.
What do you find pleasurable about broken glass?
With a scalpel dulled on the jawbones of a dozen friends, to pull back the skin of a pinion-kicking man, to see the steam rise from pulsing, twisted guts. Joy, a chorus of angels.
Right. I think we're gonna go now. Okay, thanks, bye.
What is that piece of equipment over there?
I don't know. It's a holographic projector according to the game description.
A holographic projector. I have read of such devices.
Oh, let's try using it then. How about NIMDOK? It's what I presume is a hologram?
This image is of a woman,
What do you know?
but I do not know her.
Well, I'm sure that's not important, NIMDOK. Let's continue.
This looks like a research station.
Alright, you would know a lot about research.
This cylinder is part of the machinery that makes up this complex. This
Alright, that's most information we're getting out of there. We have a workstation, though. Ooh, another one.
This console is used to program automatons.
NIMDOK's pretty intelligent whenever he's not hampered by his lack of memory, huh? Alright, we have a power node that looks pretty intimidating. Cool.
Cylinder not operative.
Aw, I want an automaton.
Cylinder not operative.
I said I want an automaton!
Automaton prepped for programming.
Can we... She looks, well, not the NIMDOK, but she looks familiar to the rest of us. Can we use her as a defensive mechanism?
Automaton not responding to programming.
Can we use her as a manservant?
Automaton not responding to programming.
Fuck you, workstation. So who do we have here? Why, it's Grimith.
Very advanced technology. Perhaps everyone in the research camp was a robot as well.
Ah. Can we talk to her?
I order you to speak.
You don't ever take me dancing.
Oh, goodness. And a pillar here.
This power node is protected with a handprint security system.
Not quite the pillar of hate, but still pretty imposing nonetheless. We're gonna leave that one alone.
A ram's head. What must this represent to Am?
Well, this guy here, well, I say guy, this ram's head is the ego, which is what the Russian and Chinese supercomputer wanted us to deal with.
It is not conscious.
Let's go ahead and make another just-in-case save, because I'm totally not being paranoid or anything, and have a chat-ski with the ram head.
Attention! Who are you?
I am other. I am machine.
Are you Am?
I am a fragment, a lost piece, part of an evolution.
You want to harm me, don't you?
I am incapable of hurting you.
This doesn't sound like it will go anywhere good, so we're just gonna walk away right now. You have fun hovering there, bro. Okay. This goes nowhere, so we go this way.
Why, I haven't seen gargoyles since I visited the castles in my homeland. Monsters made of stone, like the Lost Tribe's golem.
That's cool. We're gonna leave those alone. Let's continue, NIMDOK.
Ah, memories of mass graves are coming back to me.
That's probably not a good thing. We have the neural path here, and the only clickable item here is the skull.
Was I involved in this? I must know.
Take the skull, NIMDOK.
I see a number tattooed on this arm. There is only one place where atrocities like this were committed.
Come, NIMDOK. Take my hand and rejoin the lost tribe.
I am so sorry for what I have done to my people. How can you take me back?
You have much to answer for, NIMDOK. But acceptance of your heritage is the first step towards atonement. The rest of that road lies ahead.
And then a pillar rises up for us. But before we make those steps, let's finish exploring Am's Cortex playground thing.
An angel? Such things don't exist. Perhaps it is a metaphor for something else.
In this case, the angel is a metaphor for the superego,
It is not conscious.
who is also not conscious. Let's chat.
Attention!
Hello, human. I've been waiting for you to arrive.
Who are you?
I am Am, or more exactly a part of him, one of the three primary components designed by our human creators.
How did you know I was coming?
Predicting events is one of my main functions. I survey the situation, anticipate probable outcomes, and act accordingly.
If you're a part of Am, why haven't you destroyed me?
Who do you take me for? My impulsive brother? You five are his playthings. No. Long-range planning is my concern.
Can you help me then?
Well, I can't help you directly, but I can offer you some advice.
I don't think I want advice from a smug bastard like you.
I don't want your advice.
Oh, have you received too much advice already? Well then, more won't hurt. Help Am work out his anger. Take some on the chin, so to speak. Just don't let your fear destroy us all. Now, let me sleep and dream of the future.
Thank you, asshat. Let's go ahead and save just in case here. And keep going this way.
It is hotter here than for the jungles of Brazil.
Oh man, that's terrible, NIMDOK.
This hole is artificial. It is some kind of receptacle.
Well, I don't think that really pertains to us, NIMDOK. Anything else over here? Nope. We finished the circuit, and we're back here at the pit workstation. Alright, everyone. It's time for NIMDOK to return to his area, where the power node just raised. Let's take a closer look.
Barbed wire, like at the camps. All the suffering I caused.
Now, a look at our totems here. Oh, hey, it's the pliers. I guess if you looked at it properly, it could also look like a can opener. But let's go ahead and use the totem of access on the pillar.
Astounding! I was able to get past the barbed wire by lowering the power intensity with my mind.
Incredible. Now let's use the pillar.
That shock was not as strong as the previous one.
And I think it's time for us to make a final save here. Because NIMDOK has faced his crimes, and he has regretted them and hoped to make a difference so much. And it is time for him to embark upon his own personal path of atonement. In this realm, while Am is busy being distracted, thinking about what went wrong in its psychodramas, these shocks are not super powerful, but they're strong enough.
That shock was not as strong as the previous one.
NIMDOK is finally in hell as he always thought he deserved.
Your companion has failed. Choose another to send into cyberspace.
Next time, another one of the characters ventures into Am.